everyone. Happy Tuesday. I want to try something new. I want to bring in more healing, more tapping through the gates. Now, you might be wondering why I focus on the gates every single week. I'm going to tell you why. The way that I teach, use, share human design is very different from everyone else because I want you to understand, to realize, to embody, to self-actualize the fact that you are all of the chart. You are all of the chart, whether it's in red, whether it's in black, whether it is white. You are all of the chart. The way that you get to that point of embodying the entire chart, the entire system, is through contemplation, is through accepting it, embracing it, and embodying it. And the way that you do that is through contemplation, through an entire year. And in traditional human design, they say 7 years, right? 7 years, you go through it over and over and over again. Now, I'm kind of like, 7 years is fine. And you do learn so much. Let me tell you, I'm in like my 4th or 5th year now of human design. I learned something more about myself every single time that I do the work. The work is, who am I when? Okay, who am I when? Who am I when gate 4 is activated in the transits? This is a way that you get to embody that transit for a very short period of time, and you get to understand who you are when the sun is in gate 4, right? Or when Mercury's in gate 4, or when Pluto's in gate 4, right? Like, who am I when? So the deeper that you understand that you form a relationship to the gates, the more that you embody that, right? So if it's colored in, if it's black or if it's red, if it's colored in, you may have a consistent way of understanding, of moving through this energy, right? If it's white, you get to experience it in many different ways. And the more that you notice this, the more that you realize this, the more that you're like, oh, when I'm with so-and-so who has this activated, I take on this energy and this is how I act. Do I want to keep that or not? Do I want to be conditioned by that or not? Here's an example. I'm a deeply, deeply intuitive being. I deeply listen to my body. I trust my body implicitly. Sometimes my body tells me things that I don't understand yet. Like I can't put the two and two together. I can't connect it, but my body is like screaming at me something, right? And I have to listen to my body. And so I love intuition. I love teaching intuition. I love sharing intuition. So when I teach intuition and I'm talking about, say, gate 57, the most intuitive gate in the human design system, and you start learning about gate 57, about it being about the right ear, about listening, about fear of the future, about being able to see future outcomes and using that intuition and trusting your body, and you learn from it the way that I teach you, then you start taking on those behaviors. Now you can decide, does this work for me or not? Right? Do I need another teacher? Do I need to experience this at myself, right? Do I need to learn, grow, improve on this so that I can embody it for myself? So the more that we connect to the different gates, the more that we understand, we know, we can start gaining a relationship with it, and we can trust ourselves through each of the individual gates of the human design system. And then boom, all of a sudden you're all of the chart and you understand, you get it. I am all of the chart because I know who I am when. I know who I am through this gate, right? I know that I'm continuously growing through this gate or through this archetype or through this astrological sign, right? So right now the sun is in Leo, the sun is in gate 4. Gate 4 is all about possibilities. It's all about answers. In traditional human design, this is the gate of answers. If you have this defined, people will come to you all the time wanting answers, and you feel the pressure of trying to give everybody the answers. You're the go-to person. And if you have this open, then you may be always looking for answers and looking to find somebody with all those answers. But the truth of it is that the way that we can use this gate is to seed the universe and ask better questions, right? We seed the universe for possibilities and potentials instead of always, the ajna where gate 4 is, can be very connected to certainty. I need to know. I need to understand. I need to grasp the concept. I need to conceptualize. I need to understand the patterns. I need it in a very logical way so that I can process it and then I can, understand it. But that can keep us limited in a box of, okay, now I get it, I understand it, I got the concept. And you can be unwilling to look outside of that box of what else is possible, what else can I get, like what other answers can I get that's more in alignment with me. So this gate is us opening up, us seeding the universe by asking better questions. And then we ask these better questions and we allow the universe to bring us synchronicities and coincidences and body attunement, our intuition, so that we can trust that that answer that we are receiving, that next step, that coincidence, that synchronicity, that gut knowing that you receive is true for you. Okay. So the resilience keys that we work with in the ajna through gate 4 is decisiveness. How do I choose for me? How do I make the right choices for me? In human design, we say use your strategy, right? So I'm splenic, for instance. So my strategy is always connected to what is right for me now, in this moment, in this present time. My body will tell me if it's a yes or if it's a no, and I have to trust my strategy. So the second resilience key that we work with in the ajna through gate 4 is that of self-trust. Right? Do I trust my intuition? Do I trust my knowing? Do I trust that whatever possibility and potential that I am responding to through my energy, through my intuition, through my knowing is right for me? And then I can take action, because the earth is in gate 49. Gate 49 of a revolution, right? So your body may be screaming, it is time for something new. It is time for a revolution. I wonder what that is, right? So then we're going to dance in the possibilities of what that answer is. And this is where the work is moving from, is transforming your thoughts and your beliefs so that you can create a new reality. Because the reality that you're living in right now is based on the old thoughts and the old beliefs that you're thinking, you're believing, you're having these thoughts, you believe these things. And so you create your reality, your personal reality, which becomes your personality through the habits that you live, through the routines that you have, the attitudes that you live, right? If this is not making you happy, if you feel like you are here for more, then this is the time that we start seeding the universe. We start seeding the universe. I wonder, right? I wonder what my next step to happiness is. I wonder what my next step to feeling fulfilled is. I wonder what my next step into creating my soul-based business is. And I make sure that I have the energy and the vitality, and I feel powerful enough to take action. So we're going to do some tapping on this today. So if you're new to EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique is a way of changing our story. Changing our story. The way that we do this is through our thoughts and our beliefs. Beliefs, our thoughts that you keep thinking, that you've either been told, you've experienced, you've been conditioned through, you've read a thought that you keep thinking, and you attach an emotional story to. So say I think I look great in yellow. So I go out one day and I wear yellow and I think I'm amazing, and somebody comes to me and tells me that I look like a big ass bee. And so then I start second guessing myself. Maybe I don't look good in yellow. Maybe and you start feeling bad about yourself. You feel ashamed. Oh my gosh, somebody saw me in yellow and said I look like a bee, and now I feel like shit, right? So now we have an attachment to the color yellow, us wearing yellow, and we bring our vibration down. Now we feel like, oh no, I can never wear yellow again. Now, funny example, but whatever, you get me, right? So now you have the story. I look horrible in yellow. Somebody once told me that I look horrible in yellow, and I've changed my perception of how I look like in yellow, and now I don't feel like I can wear yellow anymore. And then one day you get a branding coach, and a branding coach tells you, oh my gosh, you need to wear yellow. Yellow is your color. You look amazing in yellow. And you have this background story saying, no, I don't look good in yellow. Somebody told me that I don't look good in yellow. So I don't look good in yellow. And I feel ashamed when I wear yellow. So we do this emotional freedom tapping. We tap on that, on your feeling, whatever feelings you are feeling about wearing yellow. And we start releasing the emotional charge to that story. When we release the emotional charge to that story, then we release the attachment to our bodies, and we release ourselves from that attachment to that story. We break those chains, and then we reframe, we retell a new story. I look amazing in yellow. I feel so happy when I wear yellow. And then we do one final thing, which is bringing in the pineal gland. And we ask our pineal gland to tell us what needs to be released, aligned, let go, for me to truly believe that I look good in yellow, right? And this may show up in our dreams. This may show up in synchronicities or coincidences, or however you are attuned to your own frequency. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. And so what we do is we use tapping, and we tap on different parts of our body. Tap on the karate chop point, tap on the top of our head, our eyebrow, side of our face, underneath our eye, over top of our lips, underneath our chin, our clavicle, underneath our rib cage where our bra is. That's pretty much all I'm going to teach you guys today. We're just going to do basic. And what we do is we tell the story, and then we feel into our bodies what comes up. What comes up, what emotions, what feelings, what stories, what memories, what pain comes up. And we tap on those, and we keep tapping, we keep tapping, we keep tapping until you're like, I don't feel anything about this story anymore. That's strange. I really felt, something about this story. This story stopped me for many years. Now I just see it as a story. Good. Now let's change that story. Okay, so we are going to be tapping on gate 4. Originally, I was going to use, you know what? Let's grab Karen's book here really, really quick. As you may know, I'm a quantum human design specialist and a quantum alignment practitioner. And so we actually do have tapping for each of the gates. So I'm going to pull up Karen's just for a moment. I'm going to read it to you because if this feels good to you, if you want to use this language, then I want to invite you to do so. She doesn't have a tapping. She used to have a tapping. She doesn't have a tapping anymore. Okay. But let's use this affirmation. I am tuned into the cosmic flow of possibilities. I am inspired and exploring new possibilities and potentials. I use the power of my thoughts to stretch the limits of what is known and engage my imagination to explore the potential of the unknown. So if you are watching this, I'm going to grab my phone real quick, see if anybody's watching. If you are watching this, please, first, like, subscribe, give me hearts, all that kind of stuff, so that other people see this too. And secondly, if you're watching this, let me know if there is a possibility or a potential that you want to tap into. Okay. Nope, just you and me. Okay. So I'm going to tap into a possibility. So first of all, we're going to open up into, talking about gate 4 and what possibilities that I want to tap into and what you may want to tap into. So let's pretend that you are, if you're watching this, you're a soulpreneur. You are a businesswoman who's serving with her heart, serving through her soul, and you want to make more money in your business. You want to help more people in your business. You want to create more income and more impact in your business. And you're probably getting really tired, right? You're probably getting really, really tired. Maybe you're some burnt out. Maybe you're feeling like the industry has shifted, and with all the algorithms and all the platforms, and nobody wants to tune in anymore, and we're getting a little bit watered down, that nobody is buying. Let's just say that, right? And so you're like, what should I do? What should I do? And instead of, and I wrote a post about this morning, instead of going on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Google or whatever, and you start looking for certainty, and you start looking and you start scrolling, and oh, this person's got a freebie, how to make your first 10K in your soul-based business. Oh, I'm going to click on that right now. And you feel this, oh, I feel so good. I've made a decision. I'm going to do that. But you don't even open it. Or you kind of look at it and you're like, oh my God, that's so much work. Oh, I already know that. Oh, that's nothing new. And so what do? Is you death scroll some more. I wonder somebody has a better idea, something brand new, right? Instead of using your body as a tuning fork for the divine. So we are going to use our body for a tuning fork, as a tuning fork for the divine. Are you ready? We're going to tap right here. Even though, and so sorry, you got to say what I'm saying right after me as I'm tapping. Even though I feel like I'm stuck, I feel like I don't know what to do in my business anymore. I feel like I'm trying, I'm working really, really hard, and nothing is showing up. I don't have any new clients. Nothing is showing up for me. Well, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and anyone else who's involved. Even though I'm working really, really hard in my business, and I'm really, really excited. I want to help so many people, and I want to create a sustainable income in my business so that I can create impact for others. I'm working really, really hard, and I'm getting really tired, and I just don't believe in myself anymore. I'm going to deeply and completely love and accept myself and anyone else who may be involved. Even though I'm tired. I'm burnt out. I'm searching everywhere for the right answer that is going to help me get to that next level that I want to get to. So I'm looking everywhere. Like I'm looking everywhere and I just don't know what to do. I'm going to deeply and completely love and accept myself and anyone else who may be involved. I'm going to go on the top of the head. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the answers are. I might not even know what the questions are to ask anymore. I'm tired. I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. I'm just not believing in myself anymore. I don't know what the right answer is. And I don't trust myself anymore. I don't like being in this space. I like to know what my next step is. I love trusting myself. And I'm not feeling it. I don't have as much energy as I used to anymore. I feel like I'm running around in circles. I feel ungrounded. I feel like I'm doing all the things and nothing is happening. I just don't know what to do anymore. So here I am. I'm tapping with Tammy Mack. I'm just letting it all out. I'm letting out all my frustration, letting out all my bitterness, all my anger, all those disappointing places that I'm feeling. I'm talking it out. Because that's the first place where we start. We gotta accept that we're stuck. We gotta accept that we are low on energy and we've been trying so hard. And we have to accept that this is where I am today. But I'm open. And I'm open. I'm open to new possibilities. I'm open to new potentials. I am open to miracles, big and small. I'm open to allowing. I'm open to trusting myself, trusting that I already have the answers. I just haven't been asking the right questions. And I'm going to trust that maybe if I grab my journal and I just pour my heart out, all the things that I'm thinking and feeling and have been trying to do, and just put it all out. And then just ask one simple question. What is my next choice? What is my next action step? What does my body need? What does my energy need? And I'm ready to trust that whatever answers show up for me, whatever possibilities show up for me, that I am going to take action. I'm going to feel if this is right for me. I'm going to use my strategy. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to use my inner knowing. And I'm going to trust that the universe is going to show me that next step. And I know that I might have some built-in resistance. I might have some built-in resistance to trusting myself. I might have some resistance to choosing that next step. I might have some resistance to believing that miracles, big and small, are available to me. I might have some resistance to receiving. I might have some resistance to feeling like I'm worthy to receive. And I'm going to honor that resistance. I'm going to accept that resistance. And I'm going to allow that resistance to teach me. I'm going to allow that resistance to teach me by feeling my body whenever I feel that there is a choice to be made, when there's a possibility and a potential out there that shows up and my body responds. And I start feeling those comfortable, those feelings that I'm so familiar with. And I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to feel the resistance. I'm going to give it a nod. I'm going to say, thank you so much, and I love you. And I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take action. I'm going to take responsibility. Because I know that when I am in alignment with my body, my mind, and my soul, that my body is attuned. My body is attuned to the next possibility, the next potential for me. And I'm going to trust that, even though I might be scared, even though I might be unsure, even though there might be something better. I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to let my body lead. I'm going to let my intuition lead. I'm going to let my strategy lead. I'm going to trust myself. And I'm going to take action. And I'm going to take consistent action. I'm going to stay in my own lane of genius. And I'm just going to follow the breadcrumb trail that the universe shows me. And I'm going to trust that those are my right next steps, regardless of what anyone else says. It's time to listen to me. Take a deep breath in. Hold at the top. Release. And feel into your body. Feel into your body. You may have to pause this, but feel into your body. Is there any resistance? Is there any old stories coming up? Well, in the past, blah, 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 blah. Right? You're going to tap on those. You're going to keep on tapping. You're going to follow that trail until you get to the point where you're like, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. And then we are going to come back here and we're going to choose. I now choose to listen to my body. I now choose to start asking questions. I now choose to start writing these questions down. I now choose to listen to my body. I now choose to open up to the universe and be mindful, be aware of that next step for me to take. Because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I take full responsibility for my actions and my inactions. I now choose my path of asking the universe, seeding the universe questions, the right questions, the questions that only I can ask because they're near and dear to my heart. I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to allow the universe to show me my next step. And I choose to take that next step if it feels good to me. And I'm going to stay in my lane of genius. And I'm going to follow through because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I take full responsibility for my actions and my inactions. One more time. I now choose to ask the right questions. I now choose to seed those questions to the universe and know that the universe has my back because I am loved, I am supported, and I am open to receive that next aligned action step. And I'm going to listen to my body, and I'm going to trust my body, however my body responds to me, because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I take full responsibility for my actions and my inactions. Top of the head. I now choose to listen. Eyebrow. I now choose to listen to my body. My body is so intelligent. My body is a tuning fork for the divine. And I now choose to get off of all social media, all the noise, all the background noise, and tune in. I now choose to tune into potentials. I now choose to take action, to listen to my body and take action if it feels right to me. And if it doesn't, then I choose to take care of my body so my body can be better equipped and have the energy and the vitality to love me back. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And release. Now, the final thing that we're going to do, we are going to tap on our pineal gland. I'm just looking for the pineal gland here on my paper. We're going to tap on the pineal gland, and we're going to open up that pineal gland so that we can be better in tuned. Okay, so when we're tapping into our pineal gland, I actually have the pineal gland spray, and I'm going to use that for our session today. So even though I'm just spraying it on myself today, you're going to get a hit of it if you allow yourself to do so. So you got to open up your heart and you're like, I am taking in this flower essence. This flower essence works on the subtle body. Okay, so we have our physical body, our spiritual body. We have our subtle body, which is where sound frequencies and fragrances like flower essences work on the subtle body. Then we have our emotional body, and our emotional body is that next layer, what we're feeling. Then we have our thought body, our thinking body, our light body, what we think, right? So we are using all layers through this healing session. Okay, all layers. So I'm going to spray this. There, sprayed it. Do two good sprays. Two good sprays. And I am now working on the subtle body layer. And so I want you to attune to that. Say, I am working on the subtle body layer. I am connecting to that energy, and I am working on that subtle body layer. And we are going to tap into our pineal gland. We're going to open up our pineal gland so that when at night, ooh, that was weird. Sorry, I just saw something out of my window. When we are sleeping, we can tap into our subconscious, into our dreams, and get answers in our dreams. When we're tapped into our meditation, like I'm going to go meditate right after this. I am actually using Dr. Joe Dispenza's tapping into new potentials, changing boxes, that meditation. If you know it, you can find it on YouTube, by the way. Use that, right? So you're going to tap into where you are now and where you want to be. Okay, so I'm going to be using that. So I'm tapping into my pineal gland so that I have my pineal gland open and ready to move into. And so there is a choice point, a dream seed that we can use. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap on the pineal gland, and we're going to open that up, and we're going to ask a question. What needs to be healed released, aligned, and brought to my awareness in order for me to open up my third eye and fully see with my spiritual light. Now, this is Karen's language. I have different language because that's just who I am. I like that. I wrote this poem, I channeled in this poem, years ago, but one of the lines was, we've been given a third eye to see that there is more to life than just reality. And so the way that I want to use this is tapping on our pineal gland, which is, generally how we think, in between our eyebrows, right? Our third eye, right? That third eye that actually, looks very much like an eye. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, and brought to my awareness so that I can see that there's more to life than just reality. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, let go, brought to my awareness for me to see that there is more to life than just reality. What needs to be healed, released, aligned, let go, and brought to my awareness so that I can use my third eye to see that there is more to life than just reality. Okay, so now we have opened up our pineal gland. We are going to be attuned to our frequency of receiving. So how can I receive more? I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to open up my body. I'm going to allow in, and I'm going to allow my body to be a tuning fork for the divine. I'm going to use my pineal gland as a broadcasting system to ask the right questions, to seed the universe, so the universe can show me through synchronicities, through coincidences, through ahas. And then I can say, ooh, do I like that? Ooh, my heart fluttered when I saw that. Ooh, right? So we start tuning our bodies so that we can create meaning to the synchronicities. Oh, right? People have seen numbers or letters or birds, or for me, it's nature, right? I'm always connecting to nature. When you can start seeing these subtleties that the universe is like, in and out, trying to get you to see something, start opening yourself up to the possibilities that the universe doesn't always show up in ways that are logical, ways that are similar to other people, and that the universe has its own language with you, and it's through your body. Okay, that was a lot longer than I thought it would be, but please comment below. Let me know what it is that you want to tap into, right? What new potentials do you want to tap into? And Friday, I'm doing a class, a master class on this very subject, about changing the frequency of our baseline of receiving, right? Because if your thoughts and your beliefs create your reality and you're not loving the current reality that you're living in, it's time to have better thoughts and better belief systems so that we can up level our baseline frequency. Okay, that's it. Love ya.